Hi, it's Candy. Welcome back. It's exciting to get to be doing another video kind of quickly. Maybe we're going to get back into a semi-regular type of pattern. Today we're going to do a video on leaving your legacy. Several weeks back when we were throwing around ideas to do a video on, I mentioned that one and a lot of you seemed interested in it. So it had to be the right time to be able for me to do it, and I am going to put a disclaimer on here because it's been kind of an emotional morning for me, but I think everything's okay, and if it's not, you'll just bear with me. I know you will, because you guys have been absolutely great. So I do have my handy dandy and trusty notes. There are some important things that I want to be able to touch on. So I'll be using my notes, which I do a lot whenever I want to be sure and share some things that I think are important with the subject. So as I was thinking about this and pondering and studying legacy, I did a thesaurus hunt on it, and legacy, that's weird. What the thesaurus told me actually was not, it was a little bit surprising to me. It said bequest, inheritance, heirloom, birthright, gift, money, and donation. So to me that totally indicated after the person has left, that has to do with your legacy. So your legacy has more to do with you after you are gone than it does when you're here. However, then what I think is important is that you leave every single day what is going to be your legacy. So leaving your legacy is tied more closely into living your legacy, so that then you can leave the kind of legacy that you want to leave. So that's what we've got to look at. If we want to look at leaving the kind of legacy that we want to leave, it is then living the kind of legacy every moment of every hour of every day of every week. We want to live the legacy that we want to leave. And then that becomes kind of a wow moment whenever you think about it like that. So your legacy is actually who you are. Your legacy is your character. You're doing it now. You're doing it right now. You're living your legacy right now. You did it yesterday. What you did yesterday is a part of your legacy. You're going to be doing it tomorrow also. So you are building the kind of legacy that you want to leave. And I thought that was, as I was actually thinking about this, getting ready to do a video on it, I just thought that was kind of neat. You only get a chance to live your legacy once, and that is every single moment of every single day. So my daughter and I think I've told you that she grew up working in my office. So, and she handled a lot of things with the company that I worked with and for, and she just, we would talk about a lot of things. We would use a lot of moments as life skills, and one of the things that we would talk about often is it's who you are when you think that nobody is watching that counts. That's who you are. And that's how you can tell who other people are, and that's really who your character is also. You are who you are when you think nobody else is watching. So that's how other people can tell about you, except most people don't pay that much attention, actually. But that's how you can tell who somebody else is also. It's who they are when they don't think anybody else is watching. And that's character, and that's also living the legacy that you want to leave that's doing it today and tomorrow and all the time. So your legacy is every single moment of every day. Your legacy is who you surround yourself with. Your legacy is what you say out loud. Your legacy is your self-talk, because what you say to yourself is eventually what comes out of your mouth and the kind of person you are also. Your legacy is how do you treat others. I mean, your legacy is just your day-to-day living. But are you doing it the way that you want to do it and the way you want to be remembered as doing it? This is a biggie. Your legacy is when you are with others. Always listen. Here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. Listen to the conversation when you are with somebody else. What do you talk about most? I would be willing to say that, I mean, if I shouldn't even give you something to, I don't even want to put anything out there for you to predetermine. I want you to listen to yourself in conversation with other people, a one-on-one. Listen to that conversation. Who's talking the most? What's being said the most? Okay, just listen and see what happens. Listen to who's talking the most and what you're talking the most about. You know what? I do need to go ahead and elaborate on that a little bit, because most people want to talk about themselves. And that's okay. You build a legacy when you focus on somebody else. People want to talk about themselves. Sometimes people need to talk about themselves. When you're in conversation with somebody else, if you want them to feel important, what are you going to be talking about? You're going to be talking about them. You're going to be asking about them. How's your day going? Oh, you're not feeling well? People need that in their lives. They need to feel important. The reason that I even thought about doing the thing on legacy was that right after Mom and Dad passed away, you know, when I would go out and do things, there were all these stories from all of these people about the way that Mom and Dad touched lives. And, you know, some of them that were things that could be considered insignificant, but they weren't, because Mom and Dad touched lives. The stories were sweet. The stories were funny. The stories were memorable. They were memorable enough to people that they wanted to share them with us. And that's what life is all about. Life is all about touching other people. That was the legacy that Mom and Dad left. So when people leave that kind of legacy, other people remember. And that just made me very aware of the fact that that's the kind of legacy that I want to leave. And it's about touching others. And when you get down to it, that's really the only thing that's important, isn't it? Touching your family, touching other people, living the kind of life where other people are important. People are important. Mom and Dad's legacies were built one step at a time, one day at a time, one word at a time, with one person at a time. That's how you'll build your legacy too. That's how I'll build my legacy too. You're building it right now. You'll build it tomorrow. It's one of those things that, as I started to think about, it's pretty simple, but you have to tune in to do it. Or else, literally I did. I had to become very aware to know that that's what the legacy is all about. Another thing is, you can completely count on the fact that people will show you who they are. So you build your legacy when you think nobody's watching. Other people build their legacy when they think nobody's watching. So if you need to determine if there is someone, we'll kind of segue, but not really. If you need to determine that there's somebody with whom you want to work with, or you need to rely on, or you need to trust in some way, remember, people show you who they are. But then also remember, it's your responsibility to figure that out and go with it. If you choose to turn your head and not pay attention to signs out there, then shame on you, okay? And you are going to show people who you are by the things that you do. So you build that legacy by doing that, and then by watching other people. And remember, it's important to surround yourself with good people. That's important for you because you need to be lifted up as well. So you are actually right now living the legacy that you will one day leave. So you live the legacy that you will leave. Is it what you want? Is it what you'll want? If it's not, you can start rewriting that legacy right now. You know, sometimes the thought process is all I need to flip a light switch. That's truly all. And just, I mean, it's all about people. People are what's important in everything. People don't care what you know until they know you care. People don't care what you have unless they know you care. Just making people feel important is what is so important. And then as I close, I want to throw out the fact, after another drink, that you guys have been so amazing and so incredible. And I don't know how you get to build such a, well, then I said like I had anything to do with it, which I didn't. I don't know how you have such an incredible YouTube audience. That's probably not the right word. I don't know. You guys have just been amazing. And I don't know how you found this channel and you stuck with me with everything that's been going on. But you have shown me that you care, and your comments have shown me that you care, and the fact that you hung in there when my life was crazy show me that you care. And I hope that in some small way that I have been able to show you that I care. This YouTube channel has just, it's been so much fun, but it's also been so very rewarding in so many, many ways. And I am looking forward to the way we could go forward when things calm down a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm just excited about everything that has gone on. And I just want to say a great big thank you to all of you, because you have been amazing and the most incredible supporters ever. And I'm going to dispense with all of the stuff I usually say at the end, because you guys know what to do, and I appreciate you so totally. And I just hope that flipped maybe a few switches, or at least gave you some food to think about on living your own legacy. So until the next time, which I hope is soon, I will see you guys. Thanks. Hugs. Bye-bye.